Hey y'all, I'm Ariel. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're a subscriber. Them not liking you isn't worth your silence. Let me tell you something. Coming from, I was just about the best people pleaser there ever was. Like, I just feel like I was so good at it, and I realized that people didn't even like me for real, because it was like whenever I got comfortable in the dynamic that I had established based on methods of people pleasing, and I finally decided to actually speak my mind, it was like once I did, they were like, girl, like, who is this? Who is this, honey? Like, you're talking, you have an opinion, you actually disagree. Next thing I know, they looking at me like I'm bananas. Like I just must be the craziest. I could have slapped their mama right in front of them. When you're so focused on pleasing the collective instead of just contributing and helping the collective with, your authenticity and the things that you are supposed to do because it's in your life task, it's in your life purpose, it's a part of your calling. When you're focused on the opposite of that and you're focusing just on doing actions to please other people, you eventually get to a point where you're not going to have the energy to do that. You're going to run out of energy, and you're going to have to do things that replenish your own energy so that you can keep going on with your life, right? When those times happen and it gets to a point where you got to replenish your energy, so your energy is low, you may make a mistake here and there. You start really speaking your mind, actually, because you don't have enough energy to people please. Oh, I mean, I've lost so many dynamics. I used to be like, why is it that when I finally just get comfortable in the dynamic that I'm in and I speak my mind for real and I say the truth of what I've been seeing, I mean, they acting like like they're like, how could she have said the truth? This is the first time she's ever, they're confused because they're like, usually she just pleases my emotions. Usually she only says things that I want to hear. Usually she doesn't step outside of the box of what she knows I like. She always does things, or he always does things that that he or she knows I like. What the hell is she doing? Right? Next thing you know, you're shunned, you're ignored, you're kicked out the friend group, you're looked at as somebody like they're like, this isn't the person I know. And you're like, but it is though. I just finally spoke my mind for real, which is something that you probably rarely do if you were really into people pleasing. That's why if you're not a people pleaser and you are scared to speak your mind, I mean, that's kind of pleasing people anyway, because you're like, let me not say anything because you don't want the disapproval. You don't want the disagreement. You don't want the opposing opinion or anything like that, right? Well, I hate to break it to you, but you have a mouth, a brain, and a purpose. And life isn't worth it if you're not doing that. That's why I'm here. I'm talking. I don't have that many subscribers right now. I don't have any. And mind you, y'all gotta take advantage of the opportunities of when you can start fresh and new. I remember I used to be like, man, nobody's watching my videos. It feels so great to just get on here and make a video and post it and know that, hey, not millions of people are about to, critique everything I'm saying or have their own entitled opinions about what I'm saying, which is something that every human is entitled to, their opinion, which is a huge reason, and I will make a video on that too, on why your silence is not worth them liking you. It's not, because at the end of the day, they can sit there and have their opinion no matter how much you shut your mouth. In fact, they even be like, they may even say, man, the fact that they don't say something, they're so lame. You might, and so damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if you do say something, they could be like, damn, they lame. If you don't say something, they could be like, damn, they lame. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Say what you want to say, have the opinions that you want to have, stand on it, and in that, Know who you are when you standing on business. That's why all of the self-love talk, all of the inner work, all of the shadow work, all of the inner child things, all of that is so that you can stand on business of what you believe in, on the opinions that you have that you believe support your purpose and passions in life. That is why I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get up here and I'm gonna start talking, and I hope it just helps somebody. Like, honestly, because I know these are things that I wish I knew, right? And I knew I was gonna have people that were like, oh, you know, whatever they're gonna say. Good God, let the haters come my way. Because you know, if you don't have enemies, if you don't have haters, you're not doing enough. You want that controversy. You want that so that you can not only evolve, but that's when you know you're shaking up, ruffling feathers. Okay, that's when you know you can't just, change doesn't just happen. You gotta have that moment of, you know, push and pull, I want to say, because it's like, you can't just, hey y'all, you want to do, you know, people don't like change. So when you have an opinion that people may not have heard before, or it's different, or you've never said it before, or people just don't know you think like this, yes, they're going to be surprised. Yes, they're going to say their opinions. And yes, they may not like you after you say what you got to say. But isn't it better to know who doesn't, you know, who isn't for you and who won't support you? And then find like-minded people who will support you. Because I promise you, the unconscious mind is the archetype of every single other human that ever came before you. You're not, like, you got to realize no idea is actually that original. Like, I feel like understanding that will really help a lot of people, because it's like, you're not the only one with the opinion that you have. It's to your individual intuition. Yes, it belongs to you. Yes, but there's going to be somebody that agrees with you. Somebody's going to be like, I kind of like what he talking about. I kind of like what she's saying. I feel the same way. But because you're silent. Were you silent or were you silenced? Okay? Are you silent or are you being silenced by your fear of other people not liking you? Other people disagreeing with you? Oh, so, okay, they disagree. Now what? What's going to happen? Okay, they don't like you. Now what? There's 8 billion people in the world. And I had to realize that myself. You need to realize this as well, because it will help you, because it helped me. Whenever you like click in your head, like it just clicks that you're in an environment right now, right? You're in a city, you're in an apartment, a house, you go to a school or you go to work. It could be as temporary as you want it to be. Them people, they can be a part of one page in your book, one sentence. You have all control over your manifested reality. You manifest that. So if you don't want somebody to be a part of it, in the sentence, period. Literally, put a period at the end of that sentence and move on to the next one. Flip the page onto the next chapter. Let's keep it going. You're writing the book. You writing it. You might as well be speaking your mind while you're doing it and speaking your truth. And so what? Who cares? Like, quite honestly, if somebody's going to bed being like, man, I can't believe they said that. I can't believe that there was their opinion on that. God damn it. And then they just like, oh, well, good God. We're just going to pray for those people, right? Because it's like, I'm not going to sleep worried about other people's opinions of things. Honestly, I'm thinking about what I need to be doing to better myself at night. So that's the type of mindset that you need to take on when you feel like you are being silenced by your fear of speaking your truth. Okay, so that is going to be it for this video. Thank y'all for listening, watching, and existing. I'm Ariel. Until we meet again. Bye.